Hi, my name is Heather Hooper. I'm a fifth grade educator in Indiana. Join me on my last classroom setup. So I have been working really hard in my classroom on all the little things that it takes to get a classroom ready to go at the beginning of the year. We start off with a Meet the Teacher night where the kids can bring in their supplies. I introduce myself to their parents, to the kids that I don't know already, and they can come in and they have a bunch of different stations that they do. So I've been getting those stations ready. I'm getting a flip book ready that has a bunch of information in it. Just all those little things that takes some time. So that's what I've been working on today. Let me show you. All right, so I thought I'd take a minute to share with you what I do for Meet the Teacher night. So first thing is I just have a box that I keep everything in. And in the box, I have my small balloon number 5 that I got at the Dollar Tree. I also have these plastic cases or picture frames that I also got at the Dollar Tree that you just slide the pictures in, and that's what I use to put these in. So this year I did laminate them just so they would be a little bit more durable and quicker, easier to put in, but then you could see that these just slide in here and we are ready to go. So my first station is I just greet them, I have them sign in, tell me how their child gets home. So that is one less thing that I have to worry about at the very beginning. Then I also, these are obviously not in order, but that's okay. I have a station where they take a picture with my teacher iPad holding up the number 5. And then I use that at the end of the year. And I also take a picture at the end of the year with them holding a number 6 to kind of show how much they have grown and changed in one school year. Station 4, I have them take a second to write a note to their child. I give them a very cheap card that I buy like in packs for a small amount of money, and they sit and write their note so they have a note for the first day of school. If somebody's parent doesn't do it or they didn't come that night, I will sit and write them a note. At another station, that's when I have them sign up for Class Dojo. I kind of keep that near wherever I am doing most of my standing so that I can help them. I also, in my box, I also have like a reminder of that in here. I don't want to show because it does have my class code and a student name. So I keep that in there as a reminder of what I had passed out the year before. The next station, I have them put away their materials. So on the table, I will have all the papers I need them to have from me in the school, and I will put a Post-it number on there with their name so that they know what cubby is theirs and they can put stuff away. So that's where I put like my Meet the Teacher letter. I also put like the booklets that I make in that, and then I obviously put whatever else the school has me put in there, but I also put this in there to talk about what their grade means because we are standards based and sometimes parents are confused by that, especially if they're new. So that's another one. And then the last station is where they fill out certain papers that the school needs them to fill out. So that is what's mainly in here. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, something else that I pass out when I greet them and just kind of chat with them is just a list of the things that they need to do. I just created this on Canva. I just used a template that was already there and adapted it to myself. I also keep any extra cards that I had left over or extra like little gifts because I could always reuse these. So this is the flip book that I put together. It's from Learning in Wonderland, and I usually do it on colored paper, but I forgot when I went down there and it just was not necessary. Some things that are included in this is like our classroom schedule, what our classroom rules are, stuff about our after school program, reasons it's important to read. I also have things like our classroom supplied, my classroom wish list and supplies that we sometimes need, materials they need to have for school, even though they should already have that, some rewards, consequences, what happens when they get to school. And then the last thing that is included in it is like homework policy, although I don't truly give homework. So that's what is included in my flip book. Another thing that I've been working on is getting Class Dojo set up with my new class and getting the parent join papers, the QR codes printed and ready to go. So when they're here, I can automatically have them sign up immediately. That way I can help them if they need help with that process. The other thing that I've been working on is I have a Meet the Teacher. So it just tells a little bit about me, different things I have taught, some things that are my favorites, contact information. And this is a template that comes from Pocketful of Primary. In my classroom, I use Class Dojo to help with rewards, behaviors. I do use it to take points away if they are not choosing the right behavior. Fifth graders are old enough to understand that concept of losing points because you are not making the right choices. You have to have some type of consequence. But I do allow them to use their points in order to purchase things. So most of the things that I have to purchase are not things that cost me money. However, I do have a few things. I do have a small prize box that when I find something, I pick it up. If I don't, I don't. Another thing that I allow them to purchase because it's fairly inexpensive for me to buy are water packets. So I let my kids have water bottles. So that way they get a little flavor through the day if they choose to. Occasionally I'll have snacks, but that's usually only if it's left over from like a birthday party or some type of celebration. I do like the whole idea of just giving them a coupon and they kind of had to be responsible in order to use that if they want to save it for another day or something like that. This year I printed off coupons from Mrs. Call's Campers, and this is what they look like. And so I just shrunk them down, and I have, she keeps them like in some type of container, and I was lucky enough to find something that works similarly. And so I will be laminating these and adding them to those containers. This is the container I'm going to use for my coupons. I got this maybe at Harbor Freight, maybe Lowe's. I can't remember. I think it was Harbor Freight, but I can make them as wide as I want to. But I just shrunk down. I changed the scale size when I printed the coupons to make sure that they would fit in the width that these are given, because these don't come out even though the side ones do. The other thing I worked on getting ready today are my little gifts that I give at the beginning. And so I'm going to attach an eraser to each of these here. These are the erasers I'm going to use for their gift tags on Meet the Teacher night that I had just shown you. So they come in these different animals, and they have little sayings on them or little sentences like "we are good friends." I think that's what most of them say, but super cute. But this is what they do. So one end is the eraser, the other end picks up the mess. So once they erase and they have all those little pieces of eraser left, they take this and roll it over, and it's supposed to pick it up. So haven't really tested it out, but I thought the concept was cute, and that's what they are going to get. Okay, so now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enter these books into my Google Sheets that I'm keeping track of my picture book so I know what I have. I was super blessed to have somebody purchase all of these books off of my classroom wish list. I am super thankful and super blessed that people are willing to help out and make sure that we have what we need in order to do the best possible teaching.